Imagine this. A state sending hundreds of its National Guard troops to the nation's capital, all at the behest of the federal government. This isn't a scene from a movie. It's happening right now. West Virginia is preparing to deploy between 300 and 400 National Guard troops to Washington, D.C., as requested by the Trump administration. But here's where it gets controversial. The move has sparked a mix of reactions, from those who see it as a necessary step to ensure public safety to those who view it as a political maneuver. Let's dive into the details. Governor Patrick Morrisey of West Virginia announced the deployment in a statement, emphasizing that it is a demonstration of the state's commitment to public safety and regional cooperation. The state will provide not only personnel but also essential equipment, ensuring that the troops are well prepared for their mission. This deployment comes on the heels of President Trump's decision to send hundreds of National Guard troops to Washington, D.C., to address what he describes as a crisis of crime and homelessness in the city. However, the data tells a different story. According to the D.C. Police Department, violent crime in the city was at a 30-year low when Trump took office in January, and has since declined by an additional 26%. This raises the question, is the deployment truly about public safety, or is there more to the story? Last weekend, Trump ordered the district's homeless residents to vacate their encampments or face forcible relocation. This directive came after his motorcade passed a group of unhoused individuals on its way to his golf course. Local officials, however, cleared one of the encampments in a more humane manner, arguing that untrained federal forces might not handle the situation as sensitively. The situation became even more complex when the Justice Department attempted to replace the Washington Police Chief Pamela Smith with DEA head Terry Cole as the city's emergency police commissioner. This move was challenged in federal court by D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwalb. Without issuing a direct ruling, U.S. District Judge Anna Reyes indicated that Smith must remain in charge. Despite these legal hurdles, efforts to increase federal control over the district continued. On Saturday, the order to deploy West Virginia's National Guard was issued. Drew Galang, a spokesperson for Morrisey, confirmed that the state's National Guard received the order late on Friday and was working to organize the deployment. A White House official explained that the additional National Guard troops are being called in to protect federal assets, create a safe environment for law enforcement, and provide a visible presence to deter crime. But this isn't just about crime prevention. The Chamberlain Network, a veterans group dedicated to protecting democracy, criticized the order, stating that it pulls the National Guard away from their core mission of protecting communities during crises like floods and winter storms. Since their arrival in Washington last week, about 800 National Guard troops under Trump's direct control have been serving as a visible presence in public areas. They have been assigned to administrative and logistical duties, as well as area beautification work. Defense officials initially stated that the troops would not be carrying weapons, but a press release from the U.S. Army clarified that weapons are available if needed and will remain in the armory. A formal order authorizing the National Guard troops to carry firearms is expected, primarily affecting military police officers with sidearms. The White House also revealed that National Guard troops in D.C. are conducting patrols on foot and in vehicles around the National Mall and Union Station. However, they are not currently making arrests. This raises an important question. What exactly is the role of these troops? And how will their presence impact the city? Trump has hinted at taking similar actions in other Democratic-controlled cities. A federal judge in San Francisco is expected to rule in the coming weeks on whether Trump violated the law by deploying National Guard troops to Los Angeles in June without the approval of California's Governor, Gavin Newsom. Typically, the National Guard is deployed only when a state governor requests it. However, the D.C. National Guard reports directly to the president, adding another layer of complexity to the situation. So, what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's discuss.